Here's another problem from the mean value theorem worksheet, and this is number 7. F of x equals x squared minus x, I'm sorry, x squared minus 1 all over x. I copy that down, I guess. On the interval -1 to 1, and we can see we have a vertical asymptote at x equals 0, so we can say is not continuous. On the closed interval -1 to 1. Therefore, the mean value theorem does not apply. All right. On number 8, we could rewrite this f of x equals x over x plus 1 over x, which is the same thing as 1 plus 1 over x. So that's just going to be good old swoosh, shifted up 1. So again, the only point where we have a discontinuity is continuous every place except for when x is equal to 0. And 0 is not an interval, so we can say that f of x is continuous. On the closed interval, 1/2 to 2, because again, the only place we have problems is when x is equal to 0, and that's not in this interval. Now, how about the derivative? Well, what's f prime of x equal to? F prime of x equals, and if I take the derivative of 1, I get 0, and I take the derivative of 1 over x, well, there we go. There's our good old -1 over x squared. And again, the only place where this is going to be undefined is when x equals 0, and that's not an interval, so we can say that f of x is differentiable. On the open interval, and that's what we're worried about, the open interval, 1/2, 2. So therefore, the mean value theorem does apply. So therefore, by the mean value theorem, I didn't write this on the first couple of problems, but I probably should have. Therefore, by the mean value theorem, there exists some c that belongs to the open interval, 1/2, 2, such that, and these are abbreviations, f prime of c equals f of b minus f of a all over b minus a, and there's our a and our b right over here. All right. Okay, so what's f prime of c? Well, f prime of c is just going to be -1 over c squared. It's 1 over x squared. And what's f of 2? So I look at my original function, and I've got 2 plus 1 is 3 over 2. So it's going to be 3/2. And what's f of 1/2? Oh man, okay, so what's f of 1/2? I got these fractions over here. So I've got 1/2 plus 1, which is 3/2, all over 1/2, I guess. Might have been better to look at it like this. All right. But if we just multiply the top and the bottom by 2, we still get just 3. It's going to be -3. All over b minus a, so 2 minus 1/2 is, or I could just say 2 minus 1/2. All right, so I have -1 over c squared equals, And this is going to be minus 3 halves, right? This is like 6 halves, so that'd be minus 3 halves on the top. And the bottom, I've got 3 halves on the bottom, right? That's going to be 3 halves. And that's just going to be -1. So I got -1 over c squared equals -1. So that just implies that 1 over c squared equals 1. So c squared equals 1. And that implies that c equals plus or minus the square root of 1, or just plus or minus 1. I'm looking at my interval here, so -1 does not belong here, but 1 does, so we know that +1 belongs to the open interval 1/2, 2. So therefore, c equals +1. So there's your value of c that satisfies that. It has to belong to that open interval. The -1 doesn't, so we throw that out. Okay? Hope that's perfectly clear.